But this next one is completely new concept, company culture, and it starts to build habits within the company. Here we go. This is it? This is the best you could do? But some employees don't have a good experience and they choose to leave.
Whether you laugh or not, I'm gonna continue to make these jokes.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Melanated Married Millionaires in the Making show. King, where can I go to stay connected with us?
Y'all can stay tapped into the show at them4show.com. That's them4show.com. And you can follow us on Instagram at them4show.
Now, let's get into the episode.
So we did this very intentionally for Play Black Wall Street, I think maybe like 6 months ago. We went through and we built out our core ideology, which is your core kind of internal brand and identity as a business. And speaking of identity, if you don't know, my name is Devon Travell, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game, and co-host of the Melanated Married Millionaires in the Making podcast with my beautiful, amazing logistics queen herself. Please introduce yourself.
What is up, everybody? My name is Sinclair, aka the Health Nerd.
You are now tuned into the M4 show. If you're watching this for the first time, this particular episode, maybe you're driving, right? Maybe you're cleaning the kitchen, maybe you're going on a run. Don't worry, soak it all in. But I highly encourage you double back and take notes on this episode, all right? Because it's going to be a good one. This is something that we got very specifically from How to Grow Your Small Business. This is something that we didn't do at all before reading this book. Mission, vision, core values, we've been doing for a while, right? We got from Built to Last, and I think those three are just kind of, you just know what to do in business for some reason. But this next one is completely new concept, but it's quickly becoming one of my favorite concepts and things to read in our weekly team meetings. And that is critical actions, right? These are things that, if done successfully within your business, from the CEO all the way down to the intern, if done successfully, you can't fail, right? If you're doing these things, it starts to build a company culture and it starts to build habits within the company that make it impossible to fail, all right? So we have, I think, five critical actions outlined. And if we do these things, right, again, in our classrooms, in our speaking engagements, as we design board games, as we write books, as we create animated series, if we do these 5 core things, I don't think Play Black Wall Street can fail. Queen.
King.
Core values. Critical actions.
Critical actions. We are educated on the history of Tulsa's Black Wall Street. We are committed to continual collective and individual development.
Boom. Let's stop right there. One, we shifted one of them, and I think it's not in this document, but we are educated on the legacy of Black Wall Streets, right? That is one of the top critical actions, because we can't uplift the legacy of Black Wall Streets if we're not first educated on the history of Black Wall Streets, right? So that's number one. Number two is our commitment to continual collective and individual development, right? So we need to make sure that we're getting better as people, right? So whether that's reading books, whether that's going to conferences, right? We need to make sure as individuals, we're continually getting better, but also as a team, how do we get better? So that's retreats, that's learning each other's personality types, that's traveling to Tulsa Black Wall Street together to get that experience that we can build upon. We need to get better as individuals and as a team. Hit them with number 3.
We arrive on time and prepared every time to everything.
That is my favorite.
I know it.
That is my favorite one, right? We arrive on time and prepared every time to everything, whether it's a speaking engagement, paid, unpaid, whether it's a mentorship site, whether it's a game night, doesn't matter a virtual meeting, show up prepared and show up on time. And that's something that I feel like I really want to make sure our team embodies, because that's customer service, that's customer experience. And, you know, we have students that are sitting there waiting for us. They're only in class for an hour. If we show up 10, 15 minutes late, that's impact that we're missing out on, that the students are missing out on. So that's my favorite team, y'all already know. Number 4 is actually one of my top ones too. Go ahead. What's number 4?
They're all your favorite, Devon.
Who wrote these?
We teach and learn with a smile and positive energy.
That's a good one, right? Queen, anything you want to say about that before I go on my high horse?
Just whatever energy you put out into the world is how it's going to be received. So especially if we're talking about like our program where we have our mentors standing up, delivering curriculum, talking about, a specific business topic to elementary, middle school, and high schools, whatever energy is given out is what they're going to give back. So if the energy is really like this and just not really there, then they're not going to act like they would want to be there either. And it's not going to be a positive experience on either side. But if you're there, you're giving the energy, right? Regardless of what you're given. I think that's the other important thing is because students, you never know what they're going through. They may not, always have a smile on their face, but regardless, we are there with positive energy, asking questions, being interactive, cracking cheesy jokes. We were just at the session at a high school this weekend. He was cracking jokes and nobody was laughing. And he was just like, just so y'all know, whether you laugh or not, I'm going to continue to make these jokes. And that's what I feel like. Either way. And that's what kind of broke the ice and like got people a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, I just think it's important to exude that energy because that's what we're there to do.
For sure. And one of the key points in that critical action is we teach and learn. And I think sometimes as a teacher, you're taught that it's supposed to be one-sided, right? That the teacher is supposed to do all the teaching and the student's supposed to do all the learning. But we're finding a lot of times from our elementary school students, middle school, high school, all the way up to college, there's a lot that they can teach us, right? Whether it's about their own experiences, their individual cultures, what's hot on TikTok right now, like whatever it is, like they have a new perspective and experience that we didn't have. So not only teaching with a positive smile and energy, but also taking time to listen and learn from the students or from the audience with that same energy as well.
Yep.
All right. Number 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
We provide and expect an excellent effort no matter how big or small the task.
Excellent effort. We understand that the level of output might not always be excellent because maybe you're starting at whatever level that you're starting at. But we do want the best effort no matter what. Whether it's writing your name, whether it's creating a business presentation, whether it's creating a social media video, no matter what you're doing within our team or within our classrooms. Excellent effort. All right. So sometimes I'm working with people and I get something that might not be up to a Devon standard, right? But instead of asking like, instead of saying like, oh, do this better or this isn't good, I say, is this the best that you can do, right? And if someone's like, nah, I think there's some things I could go back and, all right, cool. You let me know. This is open and answer. Is this the best that you can do? And if not, what are things that you think within your ability you can do better? And it's like, okay, well, I could have done this. And if I really could have thought about it, I would have, maybe did this and do that. Cool. Go ahead. Do that. Come back and we'll see where it's at right there. Right. And then usually just that alone, it'll come back 2 times, 3 times better. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is it? This is the best you can do? Right? This is your best effort? They're like, yep, this is it. Cool. Right. And I accept it. And sometimes I'll coach a little bit more like, all right, well, something that I think you did really well was I really like the animations that you did here. But I think if you took maybe another hour, 2 hours, maybe watch some YouTube videos, you could have edited this part just a little bit more. So on the next round, watch some YouTube videos, learn this a little bit more, and let's see if we can take this to the next level. All right. But excellent effort is all that we can ask for. Yep. So for you, your brand, your company, think about the 3 to 5 core critical actions that if done correctly, if you stick by this culture and this code, you cannot fail. All right. Queen, as we wrap up, Queen, I just like hearing her say it sometimes. As we wrap up this episode, any words of encouragement or guidance you want to give entrepreneurs or couplepreneurs that might rewatch this and take notes and build out their core ideology?
It can seem like this is not important. This can seem like, like we know what we're doing, like we sell coffee or whatever you do, we just need to focus on how to do that better. But you don't realize how important this is, especially this is extremely important once you start to grow your team, because you don't want to just bring on people that are there just for a check. And if you don't have these types of things, then you're going to attract, right? If you're not exuding this energy, if you're not finding people like, this is what we do you fit this culture, right? Tell me of how you personify, right, this core ideology. Then you're going to get whoever. And they are a reflection of you and your business when they're out in the world. So I think it's really important for you to, especially, really regardless of the size, but especially when you're going to get to the point where you're starting to grow your team, that you sit down and get really serious about what your vision and mission, all your core ideology is, so that, again, you can start to attract those people that fit this mold, that fit this core ideology, that identify and personify these things, because company culture is huge. Right? That's why I think, a lot of people like Chick-fil-A, right? Yes, they make a pretty daggone good chicken sandwich, but they also say my pleasure every time you say thank you. Or every time you ask for something, right? It's not like, here you go, right? It's like, my pleasure. It's like, oh, okay. Like, so it makes you feel comfortable saying, actually, can I get this? Actually, can I get this, so that you get exactly what you want every single time, right? It creates a culture of like what sets them apart from other fast food restaurants.
And to that point, I think the customers have an amazing experience with Chick-fil-A. But some employees don't have a good experience and they choose to leave. And I think Chick-fil-A knows we're okay with that. And I think you as a business owner, you need to build out your critical actions, core ideology, and know some people are going to be uncomfortable with you have to show up on time and prepared every time's everything. Some people are going to be uncomfortable with you need to teach and learn with a positive energy and smile. Those people aren't for Play Black Wall Street. And that's okay. But we're building this culture so that our customers, so that our students always have an amazing experience. And I think that's probably the hardest part with us, like with building this business, is building a core ideology and seeing how past employees or current employees didn't align with these critical actions or with these core values, and having those, kind of uncomfortable conversations at times. But as a business owner, you need to get comfortable having those uncomfortable conversations to protect your legacy and to protect your brand. The last thing that I'll say about this is make sure you share this video, right? Make sure you share this. If you got any value out of this, if there's another couple who also owns a business, if there's a friend that you know that's trying to build their business and they might need some support in building out their core ideology, go ahead and slide this video into their DMs, text it to them, share it via email.